Hey, how's it going, you guys? You guys came back. I love every single one of you guys. We're closing in on 2 million subscribers. I think we hit it in about 3 months. So why don't you guys take the time and subscribe right now? I'm Landon. This is where we take interesting educational topics from around the world and we compile it into a top 10 list for you guys' entertainment. We do a lot of learning on here too. So today we're gonna count down the top 10 companies that took out their competitors. Hopefully this won't happen to YouTube anytime soon because I'm gonna be without a job and I'm gonna miss you guys. But I don't think it's gonna happen. But let's get started. In at number 10, we have Hewlett-Packard versus Dell. Dell was once the worldwide leader in the global PC sales with 13% of the market shares. Over the past decade, the parameters of the personal computer market has changed dramatically. In May of 2002, Hewlett-Packard acquired the struggling company. In 2005, Dell was still the market leader, but HP was quickly closing the gap. In less than 3 years, HP surpassed Dell, and it has held the top spot since. Up next, in at number 9 is the Internet Explorer versus Netscape. In 1995, popular culture had begun using the web, and Netscape Navigator was the standard for web browsing at that time. Netscape became a public company and was very successful because of the .com boom. During this time, Microsoft saw the success and released their Internet Explorer 1.0. From that point on, there was a browser war between these two companies to create the newer versions. You know, things that are bug-free and also supply popular internet browsers. However, Microsoft came out on top because they had two strong advantages such as resources and monopoly in the operating system marketplace. Number 8 brings us Gmail versus Hotmail. Let's be honest. We've all made at least one embarrassing Hotmail email address because it probably was the first email you've ever created. But then people grew up, became more professional, so they actually resorted to a Gmail account. Nowadays, I mean, no one puts Hotmail accounts on their resume, do they? Because the employer would probably think twice about having you come in for a second interview. They probably think, you know what, you should grow up a little bit. Gmail has since become an easy choice for people looking to create new email. Gmail has a clean layout, it's easy to archive, and endless storage. Hotmail, on the other hand, has poor storage capability and lots of spam. Moving right along into number 7, we're talking about Playboy versus Penthouse. Playboy has a solid reputation for somewhat decent lifestyle content, which includes interviews and short story sections that has published works by famous authors. Penthouse, on the other hand, went from softcore porn to downright sleazy in the 90s, and at that point was known for writing editorial pieces. On August 12th of 2003, Penthouse filed for bankruptcy, and it is announced that Penthouse magazine was being put up for sale as a part of a deal with its creditors. Majority of readers claim that Playboy had classier pictures and well-written articles. Penthouse, on the other hand, had the more vulgar pictures and racier articles. So this is why more people choose Playboy over Penthouse. Okay, let's talk about Amazon versus Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble was the largest booksellers for years. However, the online retailer Amazon blew away this company by taking book selling online. Amazon became less burdened due to the fact that they didn't have to invest in expensive business running stores. People were more inclined to turn to Amazon because of the convenience and ease of their operations and interface. Its ebook reader Kindle also surpassed the e-reader that Barnes & Noble created. Barnes & Noble's net income dropped from $147 million with the loss of $74 million. Meanwhile, Amazon saw a net profit of $190 million to about $1.2 billion. So they totally took out their competitor. Coming into number 5, we have Apple versus Nokia. In 2007, Nokia had more than 50% of the worldwide smartphone market, with the BlackBerry at 10.9% and Apple at just 5.2%. However, in 2010, the sales were booming for Steve Jobs' company, which placed Apple in the lead. A key factor in the Apple success was that they succeeded in creating an entire new market, and that being mobile software. Apple capitalized on the mobile applications and they dominated this sector, thereby eliminating Nokia as one of their competitors. Up next in at number 4, we have Google versus Yahoo. During the early stages of the internet search engines, there was multiple companies who competed in this market, such as Ask Jeeves, Excite, Yahoo, and even Google. However, by the end of the 20th century, Yahoo had emerged as the leader, eliminating and purchasing its competitors for next to nothing. In 2001, Yahoo began using Google search algorithm, and as Google began competing for more shares, Yahoo quickly began to lose momentum. By 2002, the popularity of Google's efficient engine has grown exponentially. From there on, Google rocketed to the top spot, gaining most of the monopoly of the market. Number 3 makes its debut with Facebook versus MySpace. What is that? MySpace? Do you guys remember updating your top 8 on your MySpace profile or your first MySpace friend Tom? Well, Mark Zuckerberg ended all of our relationships with Tom when he developed and created the popular social media platform Facebook. MySpace generated enormous interest, received a lot of early press, created huge valuation when investors jumped in, and was without a doubt an internet success. However, things took a turn when college students created Facebook. MySpace had become stagnant, meanwhile Facebook exploded to 600 million active users. MySpace was forced to cut costs, laying off half their staff, and they lost about $350 million in 1 year. Second on this list, we have taxi cabs versus Uber. Hailing a cab on the street is slowly becoming a distant memory, and that's because we all use our smartphones to request an Uber. Uber has transcended and has gone above the expectations that are laid out for the cab drivers, not to mention Uber is a more affordable and inexpensive alternative. With smartphones in everybody's possession, Uber is on the rise. Most people prefer taking an Uber because of the many benefits they offer, such as recording the trip, GPS tracking, rating system, customer service, different car and transportation options, and insurance. And finally, we've all made it to #1 spot for the top 10 companies that took out their competitor. And we have Blockbuster, in which I dearly miss going to the movie store and renting a movie, versus Netflix, where you can just stay home and I guess Netflix and chill. Going into the video store and browsing through the new release section, paying for overdue movies, and rewinding the tapes has become a thing in the past. Do you guys remember that, having to rewind it and then return it to the movie store? And that's because companies such as Netflix with their movie and TV streaming websites have dominated and annihilated the competition. We no longer have to drive and stand in line at the video rental store. We can browse through movies in the comfort of our underwear in our own homes. And for a lot less than we would have to spend physically renting a movie. Did you guys know that Blockbuster actually declined several offers to purchase Netflix for $50 million? That is the biggest mistake they could have made, because Netflix is now valued at $4.2 billion. I mean, can you say whoops? Well, there you guys have it. That was the top 10 companies that took out its competitors. Let me know if I've missed any in the comment section below, guys. And that's it for me. I'll see you all in my next video. So let us know what top 10 videos you guys like to see next in the comment section below. And if you guys want to continue watching videos, or if you've missed any videos in the past, you guys can look right over here, give one of those a click. If you guys are watching this on our mobile device phone, you guys can't click it. You guys are like, oh my god, what's going on? We'll make sure to put those video links in the description below. You guys can give those ones a click and you guys can continue watching Most Amazing Top 10. That's it for me, guys. I'm off to the next one. Bye.